Hello, everyone. I'm doing my weekly check-in. A lot has happened. I'm setting up my PC right now to play Minecraft with my bro. I'm finally out of school, which I think was the same as of my last check-in. This weekly check-in series, I wanted to really be expressing just how difficult, how confusing, how everything the Christian walk and just life is, right? You change a lot, you grow a lot, just all that. So yeah, but reflecting on where I've been and where I am now, I would say right now, spiritually, I'm in a less confusing place. I just I don't know. I want something historical to stand on. I believe there's a God. I affirm the Nicene Creed, right? The historic creeds of Christianity, and I want to find something I can really put my stake in, so to say. My Orthodox buddy keeps pushing me toward Lutheranism, but I really like this one post I saw by this other YouTube creator, and they were talking about C.S. Lewis's Mere Christianity, and there was a quote, and it was all about how C.S. Lewis, he's not making the book to convert you to Anglicanism or any other, and he's not the one to tell you which denomination is right, rather just to focus on the cores of Christianity. And I guess that's what my pastor was encouraging me to do throughout all of my struggles, is just focus on the basics, As Paul said, St. Paul said, I resolved to know nothing except Christ crucified. Anyway, yeah. For those of you that don't have a faith, I mean, I get it. I've been there. I kind of get it. I've always kind of been agnostic. I believe there was some God, something higher. I used to pray to God when I was younger, even though I didn't entirely, wouldn't say not entirely believe in him, but didn't know who he was. But to where I am right now, I don't really know where I am. I wouldn't say I have a particular stake in any denomination, or I guess by definition I'm a Protestant, using the, what is it, 66 book love letter, right? This is currently my favorite Bible. This is, it's actually kind of a rare translation. It's the HCSB Holman Christian Standard Bible. It's an interesting translation, actually. Let me look around here. Yeah, Holman Christian Standard Bible. It's just, I think a group of, I read the introduction to the Bible at one point. It's got a lot of cool stuff in here, kind of overviews of things, and, sorry, here, let me turn my flash on. Whoa, blind. But yeah, I don't know. This has always been my favorite Bible, mostly because of the leatherback, but when I was really getting into my faith, it helped, and I mean, just look at how cool that is. Come on. And I wanted to talk about an experience I had. I was scrolling a little bit on TikTok the other day. I got kind of into scrolling when I started getting real depressed. It's not my favorite thing that I do, but I got into it. And it's hard to stop. It just kind of happens. But yeah, so I was scrolling TikTok, and then this guy pops up, and he's all talking about, Paul and Jesus never existed. St. Paul, one of the most well-known and most influential apostles of the early church, right? And Jesus Christ, the figurehead of Christianity, what many Christians would call God, right? One of the members of the Trinity. And so, I'm 16 right now. Part of the reason I'm kind of stepping away from social media, I'm realizing how young I am, and that I need to do more research and make myself more educated. Even though many people say like, oh, I'm educated and this and that. Out of pure humility, I don't want to think I know it all, and I think there have been times where it's like I wouldn't say I'm a exceedingly prideful man, but we all struggle with pride in our lives, and out of pure humility, I want to take a step away from the online world, especially all of my own confusion. And I want to be a light to my siblings and my mother and my family and all that, but at the same time, I need to take care of my own spirituality and make sure I'm right with God. So yeah, I don't know. That's some of the stuff that's been on my mind. Back to this story though, I'm kind of all over the place. Scrolling TikTok, and this random guy pops up. Geez, I couldn't even tell you his name. I don't remember it completely, but he's all talking about it, and I just ask him one question, right, after waiting like 5-10 minutes to get on his TikTok. And I do it with my alt account because I was trying to set up this one channel called Ask a Teen Official. It was going to be where I interview all kinds of people and stuff, and I just never quite got to start that. Sorry, I'm cleaning and stuff while I do this. I'd show you, but it's kind of gross. My cat vomited. So yeah, ew. But Ask a Teen Official, and it's funny, I spelt it wrong while I was creating the account on TikTok because I made a TikTok page. Sorry, that wasn't me going to the bathroom. That was just me flushing the toilet paper down the toilet. Washing my hands because they had vomit on them. It's actually, I cleaned my bathroom. Clean my bathroom. Yeah, why is the lighting on it? What am I doing? Okay. I mean, the candle. You can't blame me. But yeah. So, guy makes fun of my TikTok page because I spelled official wrong. Which, like, we all make mistakes like that. Not necessarily in the creation of an account, right? But I probably should check more. I don't know. I'm thinking about deleting a lot of my accounts and things. I really want to. I think I'm definitely going to delete my Discord. I just don't see the benefit in that anymore. I just watched the movie Electric State. And if you don't know the plot of the movie, basically, it's an alternate history where, kind of like Fallout, but instead of computers or whatever, we invent robots, sentient robots to do all our work. Basically, turns into new slavery. And the robots have an uprising, and then there's a robot war, and I don't know, all kinds of stuff. But how they combat it is they make these essentially VR goggles so they can control other robots to fight the robots. I know it's kind of silly when I say it like that, but it's how it is. And yeah, what I got out of the movie was that at the end of the day, yeah, I mean, all this is nice. And obviously, one of the philosophical questions of the movie was, what does it mean to be alive? Because, it was, right, you had robots in it that were basically alive by human standards, So that was one of the more philosophical questions, but I'd say one of the biggest takes of the movie was that you can't live online, you can't, you gotta live in the real world. And I mean, you can see that from the start with one of the main characters being a young woman who kind of refuses to participate in all this online stuff. Sorry, I'm setting up the computer. Upside down. But yeah, I don't know. I still want to do this online stuff. I'm making a lot of music mostly. I'm not posting it all because not all of it's the best, but I'm working on my musical talent a lot. My rapping, my flow is getting better. My bum knee is getting better. Fifth Avenue Freestyle. That's a good one if you haven't heard it. But yeah, I'm working on myself a lot. I've been getting back into scripture and everything. When I got really depressed and I got so low, there was a point I hit where, because you try and reach out to people. I don't know if any of you have struggled with depression or anything, but you try and reach out to people. You try and do a lot of things, but people don't necessarily know how to help you. which is okay. You know, it's okay that people don't know how to help everyone. We're not all therapists, you know. But I feel like people should learn how to be there for people better. You know, one of my biggest problems throughout all of this is I haven't been eating enough. You know, I know my body's a temple and all this. I try to maintain it, but you don't eat enough. You don't have much energy. You don't have energy. You can't exercise. Plus, you're not eating enough, so you don't get enough calories, and you start withering. Minecraft reference. um, so yeah, it's just no fun. And then not enough exercise. You don't feel very tired when you get into bed. You don't get enough sleep. Throws off your sleep schedule. You feel more depressed. It's one big loop. Here, y'all want to see my setup? There we go. Got it set up. Sorry, it's orange. I use orange filters on all my stuff. I don't know. It's just the way I am. Not even completely sure if. Sorry, my desk is kind of messy. Just a little bit. But yeah, I mean, there's my Bibles. Yeah. Not even sure if blue light is bad. My friend was telling me about how skewed the blue light studies were, but I don't know. And what I'm realizing is I just do more research and all this. Everything's so much more nuanced than we think. I've come to realize psychologically we humans love black and white thinking and we love absolutism. And if you don't know what absolutism, it's just absolute thinking. It's, well, if somebody's homeless, then they must be on drugs, right? Just very if and then thinking. If this is this, then this must be this. So I'm trying to think like that less. I know everyone kind of does. It's I think a bit of a problem, but not my job to fix. I've also come to realize I've got the personality of somewhat of a fixer. And I don't know, maybe that's from my childhood, whatever. I don't know, but I don't like it. I know it's not my job to fix people. I think that's one of the reasons that I started all this social media stuff, because when I really started following God and I had my first encounters with him and my whatever, right? I don't know, I just wanted to share that. And that is not an inherently bad thing, I don't think. I think evangelicalism is important, but it's not everything. And I think, honestly, anyone who's going to evangelicalize or try and do an online ministry, I think you just have to remember you got to know your stuff, you know? If you don't know your stuff and you're getting into all that, you're kind of just being silly. You're wasting your time. Which, like, I know my stuff to a degree. You know, I attended youth group for a long time and all this, but I want to know more. I want to be very firm in my faith and have something to stand on. You know, like, the thing is, I don't know. I just, especially with being confused about my church and everything else, I don't know. I'm kind of unsure. I love the people at my church. I think it's a good church. But, I don't know. Things like the prosperity gospel seem to kind of be in some of our teaching, and I don't know. Those kind of things are worrying. And especially since I go to a predominantly white church, it seems our focus is on money more than anything else. And I mean, we got like a ministry out in Cabo, San Lucas, but I don't know. Life is complicated. So, to put it simply, life is tough. There's lots of struggles, lots of confusion. But the one piece of advice I can give to anyone, especially the teens out there, just read the book. Just read the book. I know it might seem like it's just a bunch of words between pieces of parchment. That's paper for everyone who speaks English. But just read it. And if it doesn't end up speaking to you at all, that's okay. That's fine. But it did to me. and it's done for so many others. So whether or not you think it's just a book, or it's written by a bunch of guys, or it's not a credible thing, just read it. If you don't find something good in Proverbs or Job, or you don't find yourself relating with David in the Psalms, that's fine. Don't bother. I mean, that's not my genuine advice. Don't bother. But I say that because I think you will relate with all of it. Because I have. I relate with David, right? I relate with Samuel, going through their struggles. Samuel anointed to be king, and wait, no, I think he was, and still having his struggles with lust. I relate to that hard. I mean, maybe not the anointed to be king part, but I mean, David being chased down to be murdered. I mean, obviously, it's a little more dramatic, a little more dangerous than what I go through. But life can feel that heavy sometimes. As if no one's on your side, as if life's just crashing all down around you. I mean, the Bible, it's not just a bunch of pieces of parchment. It's not just a book. It's something that was written for you, to you, by God. I mean, don't get me wrong, not every word and every page and the context of each line is to you. But the Bible spoke to billions of people throughout time, and even today. And that means something. It means those 66, 60 something, 70, depending on what Bible is it, right? The Catholic, the Orthodox. But it means that book meant something to people. It means that book is kind of special. Mind you, 66 books. It's got to be one of the biggest anthologies out there. And the most well known. Anyway, folks, keep in mind, God loves you. He died for you. Christ is risen. Love you all.